Hawkins here with Chickenhawkfarmstead, and today we're going to cut some comfrey root and just show you, yes, it is that easy to propagate this stuff and to cut it up. Check it out. I'm going to start by removing all the soil. These things I just dug up. Didn't really take a lot of care when I did it, just cut them out of the ground. And these are young plants, but they have to be moved, so this is what it is. That's more than big enough. That's going to be a good piece there. Just get all your dirt out of the way. Cut your pieces off. This is going to be a crown. And cut more of that off. Even that one's going to be a workable size to grow a new one. And that is what we call a big crown. That's not a small, that's a really good size one right there. And I'll probably just go ahead and cut it in half. And I can probably get another one out of it. You would be surprised. We'll get rid of that. How easy this stuff will grow under the right conditions. Like this one here, it's got, and these are about a year or so old. They're not that old at all. And you can see we're gonna get all this dirt and stuff off. Now the reason that I did go ahead and dig up these younger plants, usually I'd give them at least 2 years before I dig them up, is because where this was growing is going to be our goat pen. So we'll have a video on that coming soon, but these need to get out of the ground. Like I said, maybe a year or two, and even when I planted them, it was yeah, look at that piece, big old, that's easy too. Cut that in half. We're just going to trim the roots all down. Go ahead and get rid of all that stuff off the top. Watch your fingers when you're doing this, because it can be it can be bad. Get all that dirt off to the side, and we'll keep trimming it. And I got quite a few more to trim. I'll show you how I'm gonna plant them up. Alright, so you can see there, sorry about the lighting, it's kind of getting dark or whatever. Got a nice spotlight here. But as you can see, it's kind of getting, it's not that hard. Just the roots, I mean, once you learn what the roots kind of look like when you go to dig it up, it'll be easy to identify. When you cut them open, you see it, it's kind of nice and white inside. And like, that's a really good one there. And when you plant these, you want to plant them this way. I try to tell people that all the time, and it's going to shoot up strings this way, the new growth this way. So now if you got a crown that already has the new growth, of course it's going to go in like that. And like I said, these are for myself, because we just got to move them from where we were growing it, because now I made a big goat pen around the area, and that's not going to work out. So I'm going to be spreading this out to a lot of different places. Plus, we got some friends that want some, so some of it's going to be for them. Like this thing, it's gonna, it's gonna have a very good chance and success of growing. Some of these smaller ones I've noticed that aren't dark on the outside yet, that are still white, they'll take, but they're not quite as good. Like that's going to be a massive crown. I want to plant it, but there's not. If you get one of these, if you order some of these, like from anybody that's doing root cuttings, and you can start them in pots or plant them and try to water them and all that. If you get one plant to grow and it takes and it grows for a year or two, then you dig it up and you can get 40-50 cuttings off one root ball. Like this, once you start breaking it into it, you got a lot of little roots in here, and then you got a lot more chances. So as long as you get at least one or two to go, let them grow out for a few years. You can cut the leaves and use that, and then you can just propagate them and make more. And where I dug these up from, if the goats don't completely, destroy them, they're going to keep growing back, and they're going to stay there because there's roots that I didn't get out of the ground, and that's going to be the case. If you want to get rid of this out of the area, just keep mowing it. I mean, if you can mow the area, it's going to, you know, keep growing and keep dying, and eventually those roots are going to die as well because they're not going to be able to grow and stay. So that's it. Just want to make a quick little video about that and show you that there's no mystery. There's nothing crazy. Just cut them up. As long as they're about the size of a pencil and about that long, I've had pretty good success with them. Usually use something like this as a 2x2, and I'm going to put it in there, you know, like I said, this way, and then cover it up with about 1 inch of dirt or so. Keep it keep it moist. These I'm going to put on a rack system outside. It's going to be on the south side of the house, so it's not going to get direct sunlight, and it's going to get watered, you know. And then, I don't know if you can see, it's going to be in this tray here, so it's going to stay moist, and it's not going to have, you know, like direct beating heat. And this is still spring, you know, almost summer, so I mean, we're getting in the 80s or so, the most 60s at night. Good weather still for propagating these things. So that's it. All right, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one.